Everybody loved him. Hundreds of people would be by the courthouse, and he, put up his finger to the government, and that's it. This man is dying, and you still have him in solitary confinement. He was tied, his feet to the bed, and his hands were tied to the bed. People want to question if my father was weak or tough. He had a severe kidney infection. He was sick. He didn't get to see a doctor. By the time he got off the bus, he was covered in blood. If there was ever a time to become a rat or something, it would have been then. No, instead he fought 5 trials. Eli has never had any conversation with my father. You lie about my son? Like, this is how sick they are. I defend my family. I think I do a pretty good job of defending my family. But other people defend my family also. I don't ask them to do it, but they do. Hi, everyone. How is everyone doing tonight? Excuse me, I still got this. Hi, Common Sense. I'm going to bring you on in a minute. I'm very excited. Let me just say hi real fast. Okay. Let's see. Hi, Mobsters Inc. I don't know if you're still here, but you were this morning. David, Mobland, Deborah, John O'Master, Ange. Hi, Angela. Hi, Cromel, Boston, Red, Frankie Rizzo, Good Times. How are you, Good Times? Victoria Young. I said Common Sense. Jared Sanders. Jared, I got your message. I didn't have a chance to answer you. I'm sorry. I hope you're having a great Sunday as well. Let's see. Common Sense. Vicky N. Ryan Fan. John O'Master. La Flama. La Flama? La Flama. Hey, Angel, it was me. We talked last night a lot. It's Bafa. Bafa, I don't know where you think you spoke to me, but I didn't speak to you last night. So I'm going to get to that in a minute as well. Appreciate your love and care last night. That wasn't me. Hi, Brian. Hello there. Jason from Ireland. How are you? Hi, Yankees for life. Hi, Steve Blair. Hi, Karen. Chicky, how are you, Chicky? How are you, Chicky? How's everything? Chicky, I want to talk to you in a minute. Hi, Alana. Hi, Just Jane. Hi, DP. I can't. People are crazy. Hello, Carlos. Hello, Miss Can't Be Wrong. Let's see. I think. Hi, Chicago Muscle. How are you, Chicago Muscle? I see everybody saying hi to Joy, my Joy, but I can't find her. I must have passed her up. Hello, my Joy. Carol, how are you? Jesse. Hi, Jesse. Okay, let's see. Andy Griffith's on in case you hear it. Hi, hello, Karen. I think I said hello to you already. Joe Delamura. William, how are you? I know some people hate when I do this and I say hello to everyone, but you have to say hello to your guests. Hello, Jason. Hi, Wolf. Wolf Cola Incorporated. Hello, Edward. Hello, Rob D. Hello, Jeff Tilly. Hi, Johnny Sideburns. Michael Hensley. Susie. Hi, Susie. How are you? Mickey Griggs. Oh, there you are. Spiffy. What's up? Hello, Mob Talk Radio. Hi, Jimmy C. How are you? Hi, Claudio. There's Claudio. The Ends. Mobster Zinc. Oh, you are still here. Hello, Mobster Zinc. Minnie the Moocher. Seymour. How are you? What's real? Fin Freak. Mimo. Hi, Gunsmoke. How are you, Gunsmoke? Gianni Catalano. Larry. Victoria. Danny Bay Ridge. Chatting with Stacks. Pete the Killer. I took care of that thing for you. Thank you, Pete. I think I got everyone. Duck Fart. Duck Fart, Alabama. How are you? Oh, Andrew, Teresa Murphy, Holly Golightly. Hello, Holly. I think I've got everyone. Teresa, Tim, Edward. Yes, common sense. Some people are. Amber, I hope you behave. That's all I'm going to say. Hello, Marla. How are you? Atina. I can't. Yes, you tell them, Spiffy. Like and subscribe, please. Okay, I think. Hi, Concrete Guy. How are you? Okay, I think I got everyone. Oh, there you are, Joy. How are you, Joy? Okay. Boot Hill Crew, how are you? Hello, Fat Bald Sicilian. How are you? Dell is my name. Sven, how are you? Nita? Okay. Okay. I think I got everyone. Okay. First, let me start by saying this. Last night I heard, and then I went to go check it out for myself, that there was a fake Angel Gotti in, who was it? Johnny Mac. In Johnny Mac's chat, there was a fake Angel Gotti. And it seemed like the fake Angel Gotti was buddy with Captain Pool Party. And I can tell from the way they were spelling their words, they are from the UK. So no, that was not me in Johnny Mac's chat. That's not me in anybody's chat. If there's no wrench next to my name, it's not me. It's a fake Angel Gotti. And it seems like it's the people from the UK, because I think that some of them are just so bored that they have nothing better to do. So, you can always tell who the people from the UK are because they spell words differently than we do. They spell like neighbor, we spell it with BOR at the end. They spell it with BOUR. And just you can tell when it's someone not from this country and from the UK. So no, that was not me. So who was that again? I forgot the name that said they had a long, loving conversation with me last night. It was not me. Now, I also want to say that on my community page, I posted that something that I have 104,600 views, and I want to thank everybody for that. Thank you so much. I think I got such a kick out of that. I was so excited. And I kept texting and like I sent it to Fatball Sicilian, Mop Talk Radio, and someone else. Oh, Jerry, because I said, is this good? Is this good? And I had to get 3 different opinions, and all 3 said, yes, it was great. So thank you all very much. Now, Jeff Nadeau, I remember you. Back in 2015, 2016, you followed me on Twitter. You started following me. You were like an Albanian kid or Albanian something like that. And truthfully, you were borderline annoying. You joined in on the whole A-Light is a liar campaign with all my Twitter friends, and you were part of it. Guess what? I spoke to a few of your Twitter buddies today. You've been accused of some pretty shady stuff on Twitter. I even read an article that someone named Chucky Sports, he had some snapshots of your recent tweets, your racist tweets. And as soon as I saw those tweets with your old profile pic, I said, oh, wow, I remember him. There are people on Twitter accusing you of doing some pretty shady things. So do I think you bought subs, likes, and views on YouTube? Yes, I do, because you've been accused of buying them on Twitter. Twitter followers. Now, I'm going to tell you this, Scam Do. I heard that you and the defendant, we'll call him the defendant, have become friends. So it's no wonder that you did a hit job on my father and brother. Just remember this, Scam Do. We are going to court. If anyone thinks that I'm not going to court, you're sadly mistaken. If I have to sell my house, my jewelry, my car, I don't care, whatever it is, we're going to court. You dummies think that I'm dumb, but I'm far from it. Just remember that. Now, once again, Scam Do, I'm going to tell you this is like the second or third time that I told you something that you reported or talked about, whatever, is a lie. Okay, this is the third time. Now, I don't know if a lot of people know this or not, but Danny and Charlie Carnisi, Danny Marino and Charlie Carnisi were very close friends. Charlie told me this. Charlie told me he saw Danny on Sundays, almost every Sunday. So if my brother was a rat, like you and your friend claim, Charlie would have never represented him in 4 trials. Charlie represented him in 3 racketeering and 1 parole violation, whatever they wanted to do to my brother at that time. So those were 4 trials. The first trial, Charlie was someone else's attorney, and Jeff Lickman was my brother's. So after that, from 2 on to 5, Charlie was his attorney. So if that was the case, Charlie would have never represented him, and he certainly would have never become close friends with my brother. They were very close friends. Charlie was family. So that would have never happened if my brother ratted. Geniuses. Now, Scam Dude, didn't you have a problem with a motorcycle group or something? Didn't you have that problem? Would you like me to come on and do a whole show about you? Now, I watched you on a show, on an I-Light, where you spoke like a real lowlife about Gravano, who I despise, by the way. But you spoke about his young granddaughter and his daughter, and I was shocked. I mentioned this on a previous show that I did. You showed me your true colors that night. You're no gentleman, that's for sure. And let me say this again. I'm going to say this again. Any man who speaks like a low-life degenerate about someone's wife and kids proves that they are just a low-life degenerate themselves. That goes for the people who sit in their chats laughing and cheering them on. Who the hell raised you, people? Who really raised you? Bringing kids into that crap is disgusting, and shame on all of you who do it and who participate in it. Is that why you all use fake names? Seriously, is that why you use fake names? It's so disgusting. Whatever. Now I'll say hello. Common Sense. Do you want to come on, Common Sense? Because I heard you have some things you want to say as well. I'm going to drop the link for Common Sense. And I appreciate you coming on, Common Sense. Thank you. See, I'm not going to get mad anymore when people do these things. I'm just going to come right back at you. I'm getting, like, you people think that, oh, wait, I'm trying to get this on here. What happened? Oh, there we go. I'm sorry, Common Sense. I thought I sent it. Okay. Common Sense, let me know if you... Chicky, what does that mean, PTK? Good times. He did that little skit because he is getting Eli on his show. Gene was behind that. His big news is going to be Eli. Wow, real big news. Well, we'll see. Okay, hold on. Let me get Common Sense in. Oh, wait, let me change my Common Sense. Was that, oh, where is it? Here it is. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm actually a little bit under the weather the past few days, but I feel a little bit better today. But
Oh, I'm sorry. What's wrong?
I don't know. I just feel like really drained, tired, and achy. And I think I have an ulcer in my stomach. I have to go to the doctor tomorrow and get checked out for sure. But I'm not doing too good right now. I had to get it checked out though.
Oh, are you okay to stay on here, or you want to get, you have to
No,
get...
Yeah, no, that's fine. I can stay on
Oh,
for a
okay,
bit.
okay,
It's no problem. I
okay,
saw I saw yesterday that video that popped up, and I figured we could talk about a few things that I noticed going on.
okay. Very good. I didn't watch it. I
Oh,
won't watch. I don't watch him. I don't want to watch him. So you go right ahead and you speak. I said what I had to say about Charlie, Danny, and my brother, and now you can say the rest.
oh, okay. I was under the impression I thought that maybe you had watched it or found out a little bit what it was about. So,
No, I actually found out about it while I saw what you were saying in FBS's chat. So I was kind of putting two and two together. But and then my best friend watched it.
oh, okay, I
Yeah,
got you.
yeah. So she watched it. She told me.
I got you. Well, yeah, pretty much. I mean, he does his show and he, brings on topics and subjects that he wants to talk about. And I just found it a little bit peculiar, that he titled, his episode about Danny Marino and brought up the whole Gotti thing. And I just think it's like really weird timing and kind of peculiar with, Gene allegedly coming back around and him obviously wanting to probably get an interview with him or A-Light or one of these guys. And it just seemed to me like it was more agenda driven and there was an angle behind the reason why he did the video. Because I can't really understand, kind of where it's coming from, to be honest with you.
Right.
And, I just think there's a lot more to it that it seems like he's,
Well, I heard that
peddling an agenda for somebody else. You know what I mean?
I heard that they're friends, but go ahead.
Who's friends?
Jeff Nadeau and the defendant.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that would make a little bit more sense then. See, I was
Yeah.
under the impression that he didn't have very nice things to say about him for quite a long time, so I'm kind of taken back by that, but I'm not surprised by it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering if this whole thing is just to get him to try to get to be Gene's quote unquote first interview back once he's off whatever he's got going on exactly. I'm not too sure, but
Right.
that's kind of what it seemed like to me. And I don't understand, this is somebody who claims that he's a quote unquote self-described mob expert and he researches and studies and fact checks and does all this stuff. But then he makes statements in these videos that leave me scratching my head wondering what the hell kind of expert or research the guy's ever done. I mean, at one point in the video, he pretty much summarizes the context of this video that he did by saying something along the lines of, for people that are interested in the mob genre, the people that are historians and other stuff, we have to sit down and we have to ask ourselves, why was the alleged or the figurehead of the organized crime family sitting down with the government, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, this alleged meeting happened in 2005. Well, if he's a mob expert and historian, how does he not know that in 2005, John Gotti Jr. wasn't the quote unquote head of the Gambino family? There had been 3 other bosses at that time, allegedly, when this alleged meeting took place. In 1999, from what I know, is that your brother had went to prison at that point. In 1999 to 2002, I believe Peter Gotti was allegedly in control of the family, and then he went away in 2002, and then it went to Arnold Scudieri, and then John D'Amico allegedly. So I'm just wondering to myself, if this guy does research and does all this stuff, how does he not know that in 2005 he wasn't the boss and he had already said that he was done with that life at that time? So I don't understand why he would say something like that. It's just weird.
Yeah, exactly.
So things like that just lead me to believe that there's more of an agenda behind it than him trying to come out and produce any actual facts or anything to present to anybody. And it seems like there's more of a personal thing or a lane that he's trying to get into or get in a company with somebody else than he is for any, fact finding or search for the truth,
Yes. Well, I'll tell you this. In my opinion, it's more of a personal thing. And the last time he did something where he said, I don't remember, my father paid the Aryan Brotherhood, whatever it was.
Yeah, I heard that story.
Yeah, I had told him through Twitter messages that that wasn't true, and that something was coming out, and to show everyone that that was absolutely false. And that's when he
Right.
said to me about, shh, please, when he said to me about just because you don't want something to be true, whatever he said. And I
Yeah.
said, Jeff, I'm telling you, this is not true. He blocked me. I didn't fight
Really?
with him. I didn't curse with him. I didn't do any of that. I'm just trying to have a like a civil conversation and tell him this is, but it's not true. I'm telling you, it's not true. He's telling me he watched a Google video, and I said to him, but it's not true.
From
That guard, yeah, that prison guard, that alleged prison guard, didn't even know the warden's name. I know the warden's name. The prison. How could you work for prison and not know your warden's name? He blocked me.
That's funny.
Isn't that ridiculous? You blocked me?
Well, I'm not surprised, but yeah, that's what
Exactly.
these that unfortunately that's what these people do. They don't like any criticism or any negativity towards them. It's either
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, so now you want to do this story. I know where it's coming from. I know exactly where it's coming from. So
oh, of course.
yes.
I'm just hoping that everybody else can kind of see what's going on, because I think a lot of people might be naive or not able to see like exactly what's happening like behind the scenes and things that are coming up that people are using their platforms to push somebody's agenda or curry favor with certain people to hope that they could do them a favor to help boost their channel or whatever else it is. But
Right.
it's not done for any search of truth or anything like that, which I find a little bit telling about a person's character, to be honest with you.
Right. Right.
You know.
Yeah. And what else did he say? Anything else? Because I didn't
Oh
watch.
yeah, he said he said a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, at one point, he's pretty much bringing up obviously the Danny Marino and Charlie Carnisi thing, which everybody, if anybody that doesn't know, pretty much where this information came from was from John A. Light. John A. Light claimed when he had wrote his book that he had allegedly gotten the paperwork from, I don't know if he said it was from Danny Marino or from Jojo Carrazzo. He said it was from one of them, but he claimed that Charlie Carnisi had flown down to Florida to meet Danny Marino and given him this paperwork that he got, but it's
He,
not true at all. It's a complete
yes.
fabricated lie.
In the beginning, A-Light was claiming he got the paperwork from Charlie Carnisi. If you go to his very first interviews, he claims it was Charlie. Then when
Yes.
Charlie was getting ready to sue him, he changed it to,
Yes.
yeah, he changed it, I think, to Carrazzo. Carrazzo said it
Jojo.
absolutely is not true, too. But
Yes.
so
He
that's,
changed it to Jojo Carrazzo after Charlie
yes,
Carnisi was going to go after him. Yes. Yep.
yes, yes,
And for the people that are still wondering, like, oh, is there any truth to that or anything? Well, don't forget that at the time that A-Light claims that he got this paperwork, he claims that he was still in Brazil at that time and that he had not, quote unquote, cooperated by this point, which is the reason that A-Light tells this lie, is because he tries to use it as the catalyst for why he became a government informant. And he tries to blame John and say, oh, well, we had this paperwork then, so I flipped afterwards. He did this first. But the problem is that it's all a lie. And the reason that it's a lie is because during your brother's trial, the last trial where John A. was the star government witness, this was never spoken about. It wasn't brought up. It wasn't even mentioned about it. Surely if he had known about this and this information was out there, it would have came up during the trial.
exactly. Exactly. And no, he did not say this on the stand at all.
Yeah, nothing was ever mentioned about it. It didn't come out
Ever.
until his book was coming out. So I always
Exactly.
assumed that, I'm just my opinion, I'm not trying to get sued or anything, but I'm always under the assumption that it was either a contact that he had directly with agents or George Anastasia might have had, and they kind of were playing a little game there for whatever reason, and
Yeah,
he got
exactly.
the paperwork somehow. I mean, but the other problem I have though is that other people don't realize that when this alleged meeting took place, and here's something I don't know, maybe you could drop a link to it in the title or description of your video. Jeffrey Lichtman was John Gotti Jr.'s attorney at the time that this alleged proffer, this meeting had taken place. And Jeffrey Lichtman actually did about an hour, hour and a half long interview where he went and explained this entire thing, his relationship with your brother,
Exactly.
you know, how everything came about the meeting, what the trial was about, and what their legal strategy was in defense and what happened. So maybe you can put a link on there and people can watch that and kind of get an idea for about, you know, from their end of things, what happened.
Yeah, I was going to share that on here, but it's like an hour and 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
So I did share it on my community page so everybody can go see that there. And I will put the link in the description. I didn't even think of doing that. But I just want to answer, keep it thorough. No, this was never verified by Jojo Carrazzo. So stop. See what you deal with on here?
All right. So what happened is, what he's referring to is Jojo Carrazzo had made a statement. I believe it was on one of these websites maybe or something, where he said that all he said is that, yes, I got some information from A-Light in regards to trial preparation when he was doing the Ronnie One-Arm Trucchio trial in Tampa. He never talks about John Gotti Jr., 302s or anything. It wasn't even about that. It was taken out of context, and it was referring to the Ronnie One-Arm Trucchio trial, not anything to do with your brother.
Exactly. You see? Exactly.
And then, you know, and another thing bringing that up is during this segment that Nadu did, he brought up a conversation when Louis Kasman was, working for the government, unbeknownst to everybody, and he was doing audio recordings where he caught Danny Marino in a conversation regarding your brother. And what he did is he selected and cherry picked one part of a conversation that they had, and he turned it into some alternate meaning that he wanted to push this narrative about this cooperation. And basically what he says is that in the conversation that Louis Kasman had with Danny Marino had brought up that, you know, I don't understand why your brother had allegedly made a complaint about not being helped out financially with something involving his trial. And, you know, the disagreement that your father would have had if he knew that your brother had, quote unquote, copped out and walked away. Now, what he implied is that he implied that the comment that Danny Marino was making is in regards to him knowing about the proffer meeting that they had. So let me explain this. First of all, the conversation between Louis Kasman and Danny Marino took place in April of 2006. The information that was leaked for this alleged meeting that came out wasn't even known publicly until August of 2006. The conversation that Danny Marino was having with Louis Kasman was simply about the fact that in John Gotti's previous trials, because during the time that this audio recording took place, it was in the middle of trial preparation for the John A-Light, the last trial that your brother faced. And he was talking about the legal strategy and his defense, that he had walked away from the life and that he was done. That was what his defense strategy was. And he was trying to insinuate that the message he was talking about was in regards to this alleged proffer that happened, and it wasn't. So he's not being honest about that. Or maybe I'll give him a pass and say maybe he just didn't know because he didn't really look this up enough or do any research on it. So he just took that statement and used it for what he felt his purpose was in making this video. Maybe he didn't know that information. But shame on him, because if you're going to have these channels and you're going to put up this content and you're going to stand on it as being historically accurate or a purveyor of truth or to lay out the details of stuff, you should know this stuff. I mean, anybody can get it. I have it. A lot of other people have it. It's well-known fact. Well, so I just find like stuff like that to be either disingenuous or just shame on you. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
And, you know, a little bit in other regards to that is a lot of people don't know too, is that, you know, the withdrawal defense that was spoken about, there was two other people who wound up cooperating who also spoke about this legal strategy, which was, I'm sure you're familiar with it, was when Dominic Cecchetelli and Joey D'Angelo were going to testify in the trial of your brother and Vincent Bassiano.
They did testify. They both. verified that this, yeah, exactly.
That
Cecchetelli and D'Angelo did.
Yeah. So they were trying to insinuate that this was a ruse and this, I walked away, basically I walked away defense, the withdrawal defense was something that was pre-planned by your brother and spoken about with Vincent Bassiano as well. So basically what they were implying is that, although that this proffer might have happened, this was all part of a bigger plot to get the indictment in his defense to get dropped. Because I think, a lot of people don't understand, what the defense was in your brother's trials with the withdrawal defense and exactly how it worked. I don't know if you've ever spoken about that on here. If you want me to just talk about it a little bit.
What was it?
The withdrawal defense, yes. So basically the thing that led up to this, alleged meeting was your brother had argued that when he was about to get released, he had got re-indicted on this new racketeering case. So basically, as he's about to be getting released, they pick him up on a new indictment, and he's about to possibly be facing trial for a new racketeering case. And your brother's argument was, and it turned out to be absolute fact and true, is that he hadn't engaged in, spoken about, or had anything to do with anybody in that life within the past 5 years. And in order for them to bring forth this RICO indictment, they would have to prove that there was an act or some business that happened within the period of the last 5 years while he was in prison at that time. And it actually worked out to where a lot of these recordings that came when they recorded his attorney at the prison, it actually helped him out that Danny Marino and Louis Casman made that tape, because Danny Marino, when in the snippet that Nadu said, when he said, the way that he walked away and what he did, we didn't agree with or whatever. So that basically helped him. They were able to use that in trial to show that even everybody else knew that he had walked away and they didn't agree with what he did. Exactly. So in essence, that statement alone really helped his case and his withdrawal defense when you have other alleged members of this organization say that, yeah, we know he walked away and he did this. We just didn't agree with how he went about it. And that he said in there that, his father would have never agreed with what he did by walking away. And if everybody remembers, when your brother had that meeting with your father before he originally took that plea agreement, he sat down there and he said, I want closure. I want this to be done with. I want to be back home with my wife and my family and my kids. And that's the reason he took the deal originally before all this transpired.
Right.
So, I just think that there's a lot of information that gets left out. I don't know if it's neglectfully left out or intentionally left out. But when I see people with ulterior motives and things like this and these angles pop up, it makes me wonder what's really going on here,
Exactly. I have an idea. I know what's going on here. But I saw you last night I'm like, wow. I saw you getting all heated and writing in big capital letters. I said, I got to have him on tomorrow. I'm so happy you came on.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, I could understand how it is for you guys when you're the family that has to deal with this constant stuff. So, when I know a good amount of, the case and what went on and stuff like that. And, I do read and research. I've read case studies and 302s and everything else like that. I just feel like as people if you're going to have a channel and you're going to come out and say that you're, this is what you do and you want people to take you seriously, you shouldn't be coming in it with an angle or an agenda and not be honest and truthful about what you're doing, because then who's going to take you seriously, Yeah, exactly. But I don't think enough of the people that just listen to these shows really, they rely on these people's shows to take them for their word, because this is what they quote unquote do for a living or want to do, whatever it is. And I think it's disingenuous when they do stuff like this. And I just really I don't like it. I don't agree with it.
So why don't you start your own channel?
I don't have time for that.
Oh no.
I don't have time. I got 2 businesses that I run and stuff like that. So I'm just at this current time, I enjoy watching you guys. I like going out with Chris's show and talking about stuff with him and you. And I go on my buddy Lefty's channel here and then and hang out, and that's about it. But maybe one of these days, or if something like this comes up, I have a problem coming on and talking about it. So I enjoy it.
I love having you on. I love listening to you.
Oh, I appreciate it.
No, I really do. I said, like I don't know how to put in five, well, actually four. I sat for four racketeering trials. How do you put that all into 1 hour of what I've seen? You know what I mean? I sat there.
Yeah.
I heard every witness. I heard Mikey Scars all 4 times.
Right.
I heard,
Right.
I heard all of them. And then I heard A Light once.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Daylight wasn't even mentioned in any of the 3 previous trials either.
Exactly.
Not one time.
Not one time. Exactly.
And you know what's funny? Just to bring him up for a second, I always tell people this, right? If this person is allegedly the quote unquote right hand man to your brother, or the quote unquote his latest lies about he was the right hand man to your father, how is it that from the mid 1980s all the way up until 2005, 2006, when he decides to cooperate, how come if he was so heavily involved and heavily entrenched with this family, with these people that were surveilled 24/7, 365, how was he never brought up as a co-conspirator or a co-defendant in any one of these people's RICO trials or trials in general? He was never there. And ask yourself, why is that?
Well, can you see the screen?
No, I can't see it. What is that?
That's the little picture in white.
Oh, the tooth. He looks like the tooth they knocked out of his mouth down in the can, dude.
The tooth. I was going to say the tooth.
Look at that guy. And you know what's funny? The 2 guys that he are with are regular average height guys. Those guys are like 5'8", 5'9".
Really?
No, I don't know. I'm just talking shit.
Nah, they're a little taller than that. Jerry blocked out their faces because I'm sure they're humiliated enough as it is. So
yeah, I know who one of them is, but I won't say. But yeah, he thought that one of them was another guy's brother. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, exactly.
Which was pretty funny. You know?
Yeah. But I mean,
pretty funny picture.
When you look at that picture, how can people think that he was anywhere near my father?
It's laughable.
It's very laughable.
It's the absurdity is what's incredible, is that unfortunately some people I think actually believe the stuff that this guy says, which I question humanity at that point.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's incredible.
Anything else did he say? Well, that was pretty much
no. I'm trying to think what else he was talking about. I mean, yeah, he brought up the Danny Marino thing pretty much. We went over that. And then he spoke about, I mean, the rest of it, he pretty much was just kind of making insinuations and telling everybody that we have to question, why he ever sat down with the government in the first place and what he was doing there at that meeting, with this proffer session. And I don't know, maybe he doesn't know what a proffer is, or the fact that there's different types of proffers, or that, just because you sat down with your attorney, whether it's, so basically what, you can sit down and have a proffer if you're a witness to a crime. They might proffer you to ask you questions about something. You might be possibly involved in a case that comes up. So you might already have counsel for you that sits down and says that they want to find out what the government has to say about you. So you would sit down and you would proffer in that case. The reason that your brother decided, in the way that I saw it, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, is that your brother was looking to get the indictment dropped and to never have gone to that trial originally. So by him taking that meeting, he was basically saying to the government, listen, I walked away from that life. I have nothing to do with these guys, and you guys should drop this RICO indictment, because I shouldn't be charged with any of these crimes because I haven't had any involvement with anybody in the last 5 years. And I wouldn't even be sitting down at this table with you right now if I was still involved in that life. So he was kind of doing it as I'm here. Yeah, I'm here now as a strategy to show you guys, like, I wouldn't even sit down here at this table with you if I was still in that life. You should take my word for it. And he was trying to get a legal strategy for his withdrawal defense, saying that I wouldn't even sit down and take this meeting if I was still in the life. I walked away. And he was hoping that at that point, the government might have, either dropped the indictment or he would have gotten, the outcome that he was looking for. So he wouldn't ever even have to went to trial and walked away before it even got to that point. It's basically like almost like a pre-trial negotiation tactic. You know what I mean?
Right.
And unfortunately, it got taken, in my opinion, out of context and dragged through the mud by other people that have their own agendas and only reasons for this. And, I heard your brother and Jeffrey Lichtman in their thing say, it was a crazy idea. We'd never think it would work, but it was something that we had to try. It had kind of never really been done before. And, we were taking a shot in the dark. But to sit down and then equate that into him being a rat or an informant or a cooperator is just flat out ridiculous.
Exactly.
So
there was something else I was just going to ask you, and now I forgot.
What's that?
Oh, crap. I forgot.
Uh-oh.
Damn it. I was just going to ask you something, and now I forgot.
Oh, maybe I'll think of it.
Yeah.
Was it about the video or?
Yeah, maybe it was the video. Oh man, I can't think. I was just going to ask you something, and it was something to do with the video. I mean, and seriously, they had the prison visiting room bugged. They had the lawyer, the attorney's
office. Yeah.
They had that bugged. They had everything. He clearly says on every single visiting room, whoever was there, that he was done. He was done. When he came home, he didn't want to be bothered with anything. He just wanted to be,
with his family.
And that's it.
Yep. And a lot of people don't realize too that if this quote unquote cooperate, I mean, these guys went after his business holdings. They went after his commercial property and the tenants and stuff. They tried to cut off his money. I mean, in reality, they were trying to bankrupt him and force him into a position that he pretty much went through. What was it? 4 trials in less than 2.5 years or something like that.
5 in under
3 years, I believe, or something like that.
I think it was 39 months. 5 trials in 39 months.
Which is incredible.
Yeah.
You tell me what cooperator or informant goes through any of that. You guys got to give me a break here.
Exactly.
These people are just grasping at. They're grasping at straws,
Yeah, exactly. Can you believe this though? I mean, he went through 5 trials. Tell me who else went through 5 trials.
I don't know anyone.
Right.
There's got to be a record.
No, I think there's someone else with the same, but I think it's state. I'm not sure. I remember something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think there was.
Okay.
Yeah, someone with a state 5 trials. Maybe I don't remember. I don't know why that's staying in my head. So
okay,
yeah.
I'll have to look into it. I wasn't aware of that. I thought he must have had a record for the amount of trials he went through in such a short amount of time. It's pretty incredible.
Oh yeah, probably in a short amount of time. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean they were back to back to back. I mean every one would finish up 100, they'd get a new one with a new informant and a new case, and then another guy that would come up like.
Exactly, and then they shipped him all over the country on diesel therapy, and sick as a dog. I remember he got to one prison. I think it was Atlanta. I'm not 100%, but he got to one prison. He finally gets to see a doctor. He's going to see a doctor because he's got a severe kidney infection. And what do? They take him out in the middle of the night, put him back on the bus, and take him to another state, another prison. So they let that kidney infection, 2 kidneys infections, get so bad that he still has problems today because of that.
Oh, he had permanent damage because of that?
Yes.
Oh, wow. See, he could probably sue the government for something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's something, I don't think it's something you do, but probably could, in reality.
Seriously, that That's what they did to him. That's everything that they did to him, tried to break him. They tried everything in their power they could do to him to break him. Put him on the front page of the newspaper as a rat. Put him on the front page with a bullseye on his back. You name it, they did it to him.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. They were going around and actually trying to say stuff to people too in the streets to try to get stuff like that. They call it tickling the wire.
Common sense. Have I ever met you?
No.
Do I even know your first name?
I don't think so.
Okay. Do I pay you?
I wish.
Yeah, well, this guy.
I gotta mark up like an invoice or something. Maybe we can work something out. You know.
And
why? Some idiot saying that.
Yeah, some idiot is saying you're working real hard for that Gotti money. I swear on my children and my grandchildren, I don't pay him. I don't pay anyone. I don't even know his first name. So stick it up your rear.
That's like, you know, here's the catch-22 to that. You know, so okay, so what about all these guys? So what about all these guys? Does A-Light and Gene and all them pay them when they come on here and say nice stuff about these guys? Like, you sound stupid. You know what I mean? People come on the internet and they talk about things, information that happens to be that I know about this, but I could do this for 20 other people in 30 other cases too, you know?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Does Jeff Nadeau pay people?
I don't think he has any money, but he probably would if he could. I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying.
I know.
I don't pay anyone. I don't pay one person ever. I don't pay anyone. I mean, I think that's.
Why would you need to? I don't understand that.
It's just a cheap cop out. I do not pay anyone. I don't even know Common Sense's first name. Not even his first name.
No, never even met you. I didn't even know I came to the show on it. I was in the chat at 6 o'clock. I thought the show was at 6, and she changed it to 6:30. I didn't even know. So
I know.
I don't even talk. I don't even. If we talked, I think you would have told me about it, and I wouldn't have been typing at 6 o'clock saying, "Oh shit, the time changed." You know.
I know. I'm so sorry. I am sorry.
You know.
I was waiting because I was messaging with someone, and I was waiting for them to get back to me, and that's why I says, you know what? Let me make it. I made it 15 minutes later, then I made it another 15 minutes later, and then I said, I'll forget it.
Oh, that's no problem. No, I enjoy coming on and talking about stuff, you know, at least present facts and the other, you know, I guess I don't want to say side of it because it's pretty much just the truth, but I mean, I don't know. People take it for what it is, you know. If there's something that you don't agree with, you know, look it up and research it for yourself and find out what's going on, you know. But you can't be blind to it, you know.
Here's the same person that ain't gangsta. Prof is a no in the mafia. Well, he wasn't in it.
He wasn't in. All right, he was not in the mafia at the time that he sat down. That was the whole premise of his case. The whole entire premise for all 4 trials is that I withdrew. I was no longer a member or associated with that life. I walked away. I was no longer in it. So that's like saying, oh, a civilian can dial 911 because they're not a gangster. They're not in the street. Well, at that time, he was a civilian. So there goes your argument. Exactly. He was a civilian at that time. He wasn't, as Nadeau said in his video, he wasn't the active figurehead of the crime organization in 2005 when that happened. There was 3 other bosses between the time he went to prison and 2005. So get your facts straight. You don't know what you're talking about at all.
Exactly. Thank you. And does anybody know what this? I've been seeing this all week. What is Wrenchgate?
I don't know. I've seen some weird thing about that, saying that wrenches are deleting people or blocking people so certain people don't go in people's chats or messing up their numbers or something. I don't know.
Oh, is that?
But the weird thing is that these people claim like, oh, this person blocked this person blocked that person, but the people that are in the chats with wrenches can see if somebody gets blocked or timed out or deleted. They'll be like, oh, 5 people got blocked and not a single person had been blocked, timed out, or anything when you're reading the chat. So I don't even know what they're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I mean, people with the wrench, like I have a few wrenches in a few people's chats, so we can all see, the people with the wrenches can see who is getting blocked and who's getting blocked by who.
Yes. So
I don't understand what's Wrenchgate. I'm very confused as to what it is.
Maybe I'm missing something on it. That's what I thought it might have been, but I could be completely wrong.
Oh, all right.
I might be mistaken. Maybe it's something else, but I'm not. I don't think so. But I don't know what else it could be. Maybe somebody in the chat could comment and fill us in because I'm
Yeah,
confused now.
everybody knows what wrench gate is. Greatest. Yeah, exactly, Chicky. Exactly.
What did he say?
He said greatest move in legal history.
Yeah, it was a legal strategy, completely, 100%.
Exactly. And so,
And you know, when people are done, go on Angel's community board. You can watch the video where Jeffrey Lichtman discusses it and speaks about it. Get a little bit more information on it and see exactly what happened and transpired, and then you can go from there. And maybe you'll understand it then what transpired.
I'll put the link in the description here. I'll put it in there for everybody to go see.
Yeah.
And also, again, I forgot what I was just going to say.
Well, the one more thing, if you don't mind, is that the thing that I always found a little bit strange about the entire proffer in 302 is that the meeting allegedly took place in 2005, but the proffer wasn't written or memorialized until almost a year later. So nobody really knows what was said or confirmed or not said. I mean, they could have wrote whatever they wanted in there. So it isn't necessarily anything that he said. None of this stuff is recorded or videotaped or transcribed for anybody to do. So they have to go back and remember what allegedly somebody said a year earlier. They could write down whatever they want on these 302s. It doesn't mean that he said it. So, I can't say 100% for sure what was said or what wasn't said, or there's not really 100% on that,
Exactly.
It's their words versus your, and there's not really much you can do. I mean, there's even a point where A-Light was on the stand and they asked him a question about him mentioning or saying something, and A-Light said, "Oh, well, I never said that," but in the 302s and in the notes it says that he said all this stuff. So
exactly, and he said it. Well, I didn't put it. I never told them that.
Exactly, but they can write that stuff in there, and then if he forgets that they went over this during trial prep or whatever, that they wanted him to talk about this and act like he said it, and he forgets and he really didn't do that, well, it's their word versus his. There's nothing you can do. So that's just a little bit of telling information for you to think like, oh wow, that's really interesting. I didn't know that.
No, exactly.
Is there any questions or comments or anything to pull up?
Yeah, I'm looking. Here, Good Time said you don't need payment for facts. That's true. Bobby Baccarat, thank you. Let's see.
And the other thing too is that a proffer agreement is, none of that stuff is binding and it's hearsay. It can't be used or be admissible in court. So anything that even somebody said or whatever in that can't even be used against anybody. I don't know if they know that either. It's called use immunity.
Let's see. Okay. The thing is, the FBI believes that you can't walk away from that life. That's why they went after John. Well, if you watched Gotti, Godfather and Son, you'll see what the retired FBI agent says, and then what my brother says, and then you will understand. That's what I was going to say before. If you could watch the video or get my brother's book. My brother's book is Shadow of My Father. It's right on Amazon, and if you get the ebook, it's like $9.99. Read the book. At least read his book before you go and do some stupid show. But I have a feeling I know why it was done, and that's okay. We'll all find out someday.
Why that he made that video, you mean?
Yeah, why he did that show.
Well, I mean, I could guess that he's hoping to get somebody's first interview back, or an interview with a certain somebody or something like that. Yeah, be my guess.
We shall see.
I have a prediction I was gonna make, but maybe I'll save it for off of here.
No, you can make your prediction.
Well, I just think that maybe a certain somebody who's been focusing on quote unquote building their channel and getting all these new subs and their newfound friendship with a certain person who might be back allowed onto the internet might be trying to angle himself to be like, hey, do you want to have your first show with the guy who possibly told on you with 3,000 subs, or me with my 8 or 9,000 subs that's helping you out and doing these videos? You know, I got your back. And is trying to work his own angle to get that interview.
Hmm.
And there may be some fallout over how that pans out,
Okay.
if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that'd be my guess. Something along those lines.
Okay. Hold on 1 second, Common Sense. Can you see the comments?
Hold on, let me click on the things here.
Okay, because I'm going to put you on hold for a minute. If you could read the comments for me.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I can't click on them or anything, but I can try to scroll up and read a few of them.
Okay, okay. That's okay.
I saw Big Lou said that he made a statement that says that's why law enforcement doesn't like the new rule in the state of New York that all interrogations have to be recorded, so that way they can no longer get away with it and lie. So, and I think that's something that they've been trying to fight and argue for quite a while now, because I know in the state they do record and video audio, but in the feds, for whatever reason, they do not do that, and it's all written down on paper. So that's been a big problem with the he said, she said later on when these notes are memorialized.
Hi, I'm back.
All right.
I didn't hear what you were.
I was saying Lou had made a comment that I guess they changed some of the laws that the law enforcement had to now record the interrogations in the state of New York, and they're not too happy about that because they can no longer, fabricate and change what informants or cooperators, have said like they can easily with the feds, with everything just being on paper and our word versus their word type of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Angel, I saw a discussion where trolls are oming.
They're what?
Yeah, I don't know what oming. I think maybe she's aiming, maybe into. I don't know what that is. Into your chats and others, and trying to cause problems for the chats so they can take the wrenches. Oh, well, I don't know. I like the people that have the wrenches here, so I don't care.
I know what they're saying. I saw people making these comments where they'll tell who. So, for instance, we're on your channel right now. A bunch of people in the comments will send a message to you like, Angel, you have to, get rid of this mod. They're blocking everyone. Or Angel, this mod is doing X, Y, and Z. So you'll try to get those, take those people's wrenches away, so they can manipulate the chat and try to get their own wrenches, like curry favor with you,
No,
and they're going around and they're going around from like channel to channel trying to like start crap like that.
Yeah, no, I've seen it. I've seen it already, and I don't really care because I like the people who have the wrenches in my chat. So, and then you know what I do? I end up checking the block list anyway. I always check it.
Yeah,
there was a few. Wow.
Is there a log like after you end the show? Is there a log of like what happens, like people that get blocked or anything or timed out? Can you see that or not?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
I don't
but
know if we were able to see that.
Yeah, I could just go right into the block box. That's what I call it.
Oh, okay.
Block box. Yeah, and I can see that like who's blocked, who's not. There was a few people in there that were blocked, and I unblocked them the other day, and I don't see them here in the chat. But
oh, okay.
My wrenches, I don't care, and I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, and I mean, you would know if you were having problems like that, anyways. You'd be able to tell,
Yeah. What is Miss Can't Be Wrong, Mr. Dick? I got blocked by a rogue wrench in MRE chat. He had Ro unblock me. Who's RO? MRE doesn't block anyone. So the only reason why you'd have a wrench there is just to drop other people's channels or your own channel, he does not like if somebody blocks someone in there, he gets mad. He'll tell you unblock them. Why'd you block them? So I don't block
Yeah.
anybody in there.
Oh, I just thought about one more thing now that I'm thinking about, because while you're talking, I'm going back over some stuff that I remembered that was said during the video. I just wanted to make one more comment about this whole Carnisi Danny Marino claim. If it did come out and it was, say, hypothetically true that Carnisi was the one that was giving out this paperwork to Danny Marino or vice versa, first of all, that would have came up during your brother's trial, because that would have caused what's called a conflict of interest, and that for some reason, if he had been convicted in that, he could have probably gotten an automatic appeal and possibly the case thrown out because the attorney had a conflict of interest with another client. And the same thing goes for Danny Marino. When Danny Marino got arrested and indicted later on in 2010, if any of the reason that Danny Marino had gotten arrested was due to anything that your brother had said or done prior, that he wouldn't even have been able to represent him during that time. So that should just tell you how serious to take these claims being made by certain people.
Exactly.
So that should tell you all you need to know about whether or not that piece of information is even true. It's complete nonsense.
No,
and I mean, he even said in the video that he said, he made it clear. I think he even used air quotes and said that I'm only saying this as a matter of fact. And then he goes on and says right afterwards that throughout the majority of this proffer, a large part of it is involving Danny Marino. Well, his name was only mentioned one time in the entire couple pages of this whole thing. So, right. I mean, he says, I'm only doing this, stating this from fact. And then says, a large majority of it is about Danny Marino. And then Danny Marino's name was only mentioned one time in one sentence in the entire thing. So did this guy even read it? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So.
Chicago Muscle, no, it is not true. It's not
What
true.
did he say?
No, Chicago Muscle is asking me something, but it's not true.
Oh.
Hi, Angel. I just watched it again, and I do have the book. I thought you can't walk out of that life until I watched your brother. Exactly. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of the thing too that people are forgetting is that, when they make these claims like you can't walk away, you can't do this, you can't do that. I mean, says who? You know what I mean? And then if you're going to tell me that if your family member or father, whatever, is in the position of authority, and you're telling them I'm walking away, I'm done, whatever, you're going to tell me that they're not going to tell you okay? I don't understand that.
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense. Because the government said it or somebody else said it means that it's true. It's ridiculous. I don't get it.
Exactly. You demand common sense.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Who is blocking all the comments?
Hey, how's it going, Mop Talk Radio? How you doing tonight, man?
Yeah, where is he?
I see Jeffrey. I think I saw him just make a comment.
Oh, really? I'm really behind. I'm
at the bottom, like the new stuff that's coming up.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you was here, popped in.
Angela says, I block liars' comments. Wish I could totally get rid of that idiot. Don't know how. Well, I don't know which idiot you're talking about. Let me know. I can get rid of him. Let's see what else.
Does he want to come on and say any? Does he want to talk about any stuff that we brought up at all? Something to add?
Can you see what he says? Does he want to come on? I'm so far behind. I'm trying to scroll down. Hi, Tommy Stiggs. How are you?
How's it going, Tommy?
Yeah, there's Angela says, I don't like blocking people. We'll only do it if they're liars and keep talking the same nonsense. It gets old. Okay, Ange, I trust you. I know.
Oh, I did want to address one ridiculous comment that this bozo made during that video that really aggravated me and probably many other people that I just thought about.
Okay.
this guy went out of his way to even say this, and I forget who he mentioned said it, but he said that people are saying, or certain people have said that they claim that what the proper meeting, the legal strategy your brother had in the proper was akin to the same thing that Sammy the Bull and Mikey Stars D. Leonardo did. Like, this guy had the gall to actually say those words out of his mouth. And I just find that to be disingenuous and disgusting
I
that he
didn't
would
hear
even
what
say
you said.
something like that.
I'm sorry. Repeat that. What did you hear? What?
He said in that video that people on the street are saying that by him taking the legal strategy he did and taking that meeting as part of his legal strategy, that was akin to the same thing that Sammy the Bull Gravano and Mikey Scars D. Leonardo did.
Yeah, okay.
In ratting.
Yeah.
I mean, and if people hear that, can you really take this guy seriously when he makes a statement like that? I mean, honestly, that's just despicable. I'm sorry, but it is.
I'm gonna drop the link. Yeah, that's ridiculous, but I'm gonna drop the link for you, Mob Talk Radio.
Yeah, Jeff, come on. Let's talk for a few minutes.
Yeah.
See if you got any input on it or anything, please. He knows what's going on, so have some stuff maybe I missed.
Okay,
But I did notice that he has quite a group of people online that have a lot of very interesting information to say about him. Though I can't say that.
Yeah, I know. I found a Twitter account called what was it called? Or what's the title of my
Jeff Scamdo.
Yeah, Scamdo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Very illuminating. He tried to write that off and say that this was some guy that he had a problem with from Barstool that's been trolling him for years. But I saw that this person was actually disgruntled. It was either a Patreon subscriber or one of his handicapping subscribers that was paying him like X amount of money for his picks. And he had lost like every single week for like 15 weeks in a row. And the guy got PO'd about all the money he lost taking his pick. So he started putting out all of his real stuff on this Twitter page and going at him for being a liar, basically. Allegedly, that's what.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me let in. But I have to get rid of this. Okay. Hello, Spiffy.
Hey, how are you?
How are you?
What's going on, Jeff?
Hey, Common Sense, how are you?
Damn, I thought I wasn't feeling too good, but you're sounding a little bit rougher than me. You all right, buddy?
Yeah, I've had a rough 2 days.
Man. Well, I hope they get better, man.
Who knows? Who knows?
We'll see, right?
Yeah, always.
So what are your thoughts?
I really don't have anything on the legal perspective because I think you pretty much laid it out exactly the way it is. My issue with Nadu has more to do with fabricating stories that aren't real. And I'll give you an example without mentioning names. He repeatedly told me that he worked for a mob boss that I may or may not allegedly know.
I've heard this story.
Said that he was a loan shark for an underboss who I allegedly may or may not.
Sorry.
What is so stupid about that is, you're talking to me on the phone and you're telling me this like I don't know these people personally. I question why somebody would say something like that when these guys are all under indictment. Why on God's earth would you say that? So I thought maybe he's just trying to impress me. Some people like to do that. But then I find out from Fatball Sicilian that he read fake messages from this alleged mob boss. So doing what I do best.
Wait, Jeff. Hold up. So he's saying this guy sent him messages that he was having a convo with this person?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so yeah. I guess Nadu didn't realize that, I'm friendly with people. And so I just picked up the phone, dialed 7 numbers and said, "You ever heard this name?" And they're like, "Who the fuck is that?" I just think it's a little ridiculous that somebody like there's all kinds of different people on YouTube or whatever. There's people that want to play gangster and all of this. Listen, I don't say I'm a gangster. I just know a lot of different people. That's all
Yep.
it is. And I consider 3 of these people he talked about to be like brothers to me. That's how close we are. And I just think it's very dangerous when people are under indictment and you start telling people that shit. I don't understand what does a human being need? Do they need to like feel fulfilled in a way to make up nonsense or what? I don't understand
it. I wish I had an answer for you. That's crazy.
And he
That's insane.
allegedly, according to multiple people, really upset some serious motorcycle guys for mouthing off at one of their wives. And he ran where he was living because of that. Yep.
Oh, I saw somebody comment something like that in the chat.
Yep. Yeah, he made
Not surprised.
Street friends with some pagans, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah, they're big down there, too, in that Philly area, for sure.
Yeah, so he just So can I address this stupid comment that I see?
Go right ahead.
So this person, and his last name is Marone, but I'm going to call him Moron.
Mr. Moron.
MTR pretends to know made men. He said that Joey Merlino told him to write the federal judge. I never said that. Once again, you have people that come in here that make up lies. Like, none of that's true. In fact, they didn't even know I did that. After the fact, I let them know, and they were fine with it. So, these people are just stupid. They just make up shit. They don't listen to what you say. They take 3 sentences, and then they manipulate it and turn it any way they want.
And that's what I brought up when he did this little video he did with the comment he made about the Danny Marino recording. He took literally a half of a 3 or 4 sentence statement the guy made and turned it into something that it completely wasn't and tried to pass it off as it was some point he was making, which is, dishonest and disingenuous, and stuff like that is what happens and gets people in trouble and people pissed off,
And also, I'm just going to say it for the record. I'm not in the mafia. Newsflash.
Me neither.
Okay? And if I decide to write a federal judge impugning a rat who lied about my friend, then I'm doing a public service. That is not a rat move.
That's what they're saying?
Yeah, they're saying I'm a rat for writing a federal judge.
Well, see, this is the thing that doesn't make any sense.
One also, I'm sorry, Common Sense. Didn't Lisa Babbitt write one also?
Yep.
Yeah,
okay.
She did.
Okay, so that makes you a rat?
Yep.
Because you write a letter defending your friend or someone that you know that a rat lied. How does that make you a rat?
I don't know. Now he's saying I was talking about online harassment. He apparently doesn't know what he's talking about.
No. Well, that's the thing that these guys do. When it suits their need to, use something against somebody, it fits one criteria. But when it comes to them and some other point they're trying to make, then it doesn't. They pick and choose and, use it when it helps them and forget about it when it doesn't, Well,
and I've been very clear cut about what happened. I was at the trial because I'm friends with people, and I was watching the trial, and one of Rubio's handlers tipped him off to who I was. So what he started doing was messaging me on social media while he's taking the stand. Like, after the fact, he somehow got a phone, and he is refuting everything that I'm reporting that came out of his mouth in court. And so, because this guy is my friend, this guy has a phone, and he's testifying. Guess what I'm going to do with everything he gives me? I'm taking it right to the defense attorneys. And that's exactly
hand it over, yeah.
That's exactly what I did. So these people are crazy. They really are.
Well, aren't you a reporter and a journalist that does this for a living in this space? So when you go to So when you go to a trial and you're getting information reporting on it, you would hand it over to the defense or somebody you would see fit to refute some of the claims these people are making. That's kind of like what you do, right?
Well, yeah, and he was impugning his own. He, like, for instance, like on a Monday, he would say A, B, C, D, and E under testimony. he would literally message me and say the complete opposite of what his testimony was. Doesn't that show that he just lied? So it's like it just proved that the guy was a liar. And everybody wants to sort of put me in this Rubio getting violated shit. He got violated because he went on some dumbass's podcast and lied again. Has nothing to do with me.
No. That's crazy.
But welcome to my fucking world.
Well, I don't know why you even let anybody even like that. That's so ridiculous. You shouldn't even let that bother you at all.
Well, no, you know what I want them to do? I want them to actually look at the facts and read the facts, not just what the haters want to say. Then I would like them to come to my address, and I would like them to run their fucking mouth at me the way they do.
Hey. Oh.
That's what I would like for them to do.
Oh,
well, you know that they're not going to do that. You know what I mean?
No, because every time I respond to them, they go, "I'm calling the cops." So go ahead, everybody calls the cops.
Oh, I got a fan in here. Somebody that this guy like goes around and jumps in the chats and has my name with some weird picture and makes these stupid comments. You see this guy?
Oh, wait. Let's see.
It's down like the bottom, like the 10th comment from the bottom. Real intelligent guy.
You know what this music is called?
What?
Feeding the ducks.
Feeding the ducks?
This is a song. It's called Feeding the Ducks.
Who's it by?
Biffy?
Yeah, sorry, I'm having an aneurysm.
No.
Oh, don't say that.
Here,
No.
how about night driving?
Night driving.
Sounds like porn.
Yeah, what is that?
There we go. It's just going to add to the legend, Ange.
How about daydreaming?
Oh my God.
Wait, I can't hear it.
You can't?
No.
Oh, maybe nobody else can either.
I can hear it.
Oh, you can?
You can?
Yeah, it sounds
Oh, I can't hear it.
sounds like elevator music.
How about... Oh, listen to that.
I can't hear it.
Oh, I hear it. I like this little thing.
What is that?
I don't know. It just has some music you could play. So this way,
Oh.
I guess it calms down your guests.
Oh.
Are you calm now, Spiffy?
No, because I'm still pissed off about yesterday. I'm not going to get into it. But,
Now. It sounded like
About yesterday?
yeah, I can't.
What?
I don't.
What
I don't-
happened, Jeff?
I'm. Let me just preface it this way: that informants make up a lot of shit and will tell government people a lot of shit that isn't true. Let's just put it that way about people. So
Yeah, not surprised.
if I get into it, it's just going to become a whole thing. I'm too fucking angry to even really get into
Oh,
it.
you know, do you realize we went a whole hour and 23 minutes without a curse?
I said 4 F words in the last 8 minutes. We
That
count.
was
You said
Mob Talk's
two.
trying to make up for the lost time, you know?
Yeah, you said 2.
Oh, look.
Get that swear jar out, Jeff.
Yeah.
That thing's almost full now, isn't it? Gotta cash that in.
Yeah, I just saved quarters here and I'll mail them to Ange.
It's gonna be an expensive package.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna see if anybody has
Bill Jordan, go fuck yourself.
Oh, let me put some more music on. Rubio, another jerk with little man syndrome.
Listen,
Now,
I can,
did that guy get violated for that? Did he get violated for that crap he did, or no?
he sure did.
Oh, he did. What, did they send him back for that, or what happened to him?
Got like a year extension on his parole and probation. That was it.
That was it. Really? Oh,
Yeah.
no kidding.
Yeah.
Huh.
Now, the only reason why I said that is while I can appreciate people want to say I've been doing this 7 years, I have to grow thicker skin. Live a day in my shoes for the last decade, and you will understand why a comment like that annoys the living poop out of me.
I know. I've heard some of the stuff you said. I can't even believe it, man.
No, and that's why I get when people say grow thicker skin. I'm like, did you lose your whole family because of this? Like, do you understand? Like, I just get tired of it.
Hey, Mob Talk, did you see Boston Red's comment? He wants to know where the Nadu Jersey Shore video is. Can we see it?
I have to go find it because it was on a website yesterday. It is no longer there, and I probably but
you got to tell me about this.
I think I have somebody who has a copy. I'm just waiting for them to text me back. That's all.
Can you explain exactly what this is? I heard you mention it, but what is it exactly?
Apparently, he is one of these kind of guys that wants to be an actor. He wants to be on all of the reality shows, and apparently, from what I saw, his audition video was him watching a video of the Jersey Shore, calling everybody filthy words and how tough he is and all this kind of nonsense. And apparently he submitted that to the Jersey Shore production people.
Come on.
No, I'm not joking. I'm straight up serious.
Wait, is this the pre-workout, Jeff, or the 450-pound guy?
I don't know because I'm not really sure.
Oh, because it would be funnier if it was the old one. Because I saw the video that made him go quote unquote viral, and Jesus, did you ever see that one?
No, I just looking at him just makes me sick. I just don't. He used to call me all the time. He's like, "Hey, what's going on in South Philadelphia?" You know what I used to do? I would lie to him, blatantly lie to him, and make shit up and watch as he reported it as fact.
Oh, Jesus, really?
Tell him anything about anything.
That's funny.
Chicky, I'm dropping the link for you. Come on.
Come and join us, Chicky. How you doing?
Oh.
You know what I've been doing while you guys have been talking?
I
have been blocking morons.
Oh, there's a bunch of them, yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole slew of them tonight.
That's a great song. That's a great song, Chicky. I love that song.
Yeah,
We Are the World.
So the latest one on me is I was a transvestite. That's hilarious.
What?
You were too?
Yeah. If I was a transvestite, I would be wealthy. Beyond wealthy.
Oh, God. That's a new thing. That's the it thing now, you know? Embrace it.
I don't know if I'm a transvestite with a short beard.
Again, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Definitely interesting for sure.
I can't believe the people. You come into my chat so disrespectful and you start trashing FBS and pretending that he died. You're so
Wait, what?
immature. Like they're so.
Yeah, there was a fake name, Common Sense, that said FBS died.
Yeah, I saw that. I just blocked him.
And it's funny, that guy Bill Jordan was all in some other channel talking all kinds of crap about everybody yesterday. Like, why come here if you don't like Angel? Why come here? Like when you're in another chat previously saying awful things about people. I don't get it.
No, well, I've caught a couple of people because not a lot of people realize that when they change their names on their thing and it's not a different email, when you go back and rewatch the chat, it shows that other name.
Right.
And then you figure out who it is. So these people are, they're low IQ and they're just a bunch of degenerates,
That's so true. Hi, Chicky.
Hey, guys. How are you? How you doing?
Hey, what's up, Chicky? How are you,
What's
man?
up, guys? What's up, Jeff?
Hey, Chicky, how are you?
We were having a great talking about a lot of good stuff, Jeff. Then you came on and you brought it right down. I was ready to sing "We Are the World" like the other night.
Listen, you know better than anybody what I go through.
Absolutely, that's why I came on. Yeah, absolutely. But you know what it is. You just got to take it with a grain of the salt. You gotta understand the people that are saying it. You know what I mean? And that just bypass it.
Yep.
How you doing, Angel?
How are you, Chicky?
Good. Thank you.
Everybody's saying hi, Chicky.
You're the best. You got the best. One of the best chats. All the guys are the best.
Aren't they the best?
They are.
That's why I can't stand when losers from another channel come here and try to disrupt all my
Well, they're haters. You know what I mean? They're miserable in their own life, so they sit home and they want to be hateful throughout the YouTube. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, only good people. You know, if they ain't got nothing going good in their life, then they're going to be hateful for everybody. So that you don't want them people around, anyways. You know.
I don't understand it at all. I tried to rationalize it, and it just doesn't make any sense. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I really don't. You know.
Common sense. A big shout out to you. You're very knowledgeable what you do, and like I agree with Angel. Someday down the road, when you're ready, you should do some kind of YouTube thing because I think it'd be. I think you'd like be on the same kind of keel as that other guy that does it there. That Angel, what's that guy's name? Black Can Mafia or something. You know that guy.
RJ.
Oh, what I watch him all the time. You want to talk about a guy who does his research? Nothing but props to that guy.
Yeah. Actually, I've watched a few of his videos. He's pretty good. At least I'll give him credit that he actually does his research. He's unbiased, and he tells it how it is for the most part. So.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's very, very intelligent. You can tell.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, well spoken. Definitely.
Yeah. So that's what you just keep doing your thing, and you're like I said, you're very just by talking to you can tell. You're not just making things up on the. You know what you're talking about, and you look into things.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So that was good. How's the Angel? How's the grandkids? Good.
How are yours?
Oh my God, the loves of my life. Little Nino and they're 6 months apart in Willow. It's funny, but great kids. I put them in my little videos, and they're so funny. Doing really good. It's just like when you have the kids, you think that's the best, and then when the grandkids come, that's the next level.
It's the best.
It's the best.
Truly is the best. Like my thumbnail is me with my grandson like months ago.
Right.
But you know what? I had to ask Jerry to fade his face out because there's so many degenerates.
Yeah, exactly. Ain't that a sad? That's what kind of disgusting world we live in. That we can't even put up loving pictures of our grandkids and kids, and next thing you know, you're thinking, are they going to do? I mean, that's a degenerate, sick maniac that would even think to do something like that.
I had a picture of my brother Frankie boy, my deceased brother, and they put cross eyes on him.
Yeah, nice. Imagine this. Animals.
Seriously? Yeah. That's what they did?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's no boundary. Hey, listen, there's no boundaries. Are you kidding me? That they're not even human beings. They're savages. That's what they are. They're savages. They're not even human beings.
Yeah, that's degenerate. That's degenerate shit right there.
It's not even in this realm. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But
100%.
But people just keep kind of going on the shows. Like there's a lot of shows out there that I go on, and we pretty much all kind of go on the same shows. And where the camaraderie, is that the word? The camaraderie is great, and people all get along, and they're, hey, what's up? Whatever, it's a holiday, hey, Merry Christmas, and just you feel good to go on a show like that. You don't want to go on a show where they're fighting and you're constantly, going back and forth. I mean, it's not even worth going on the show.
No, definitely, yeah, for sure. Exactly. There's plenty of those out there, that's for sure.
Yeah,
they're trying to turn everybody into that too. They play the little behind the scenes games.
Absolutely. But yes, I just wanted to chime in and I wanted to calm Jeff down a little. He was going crazy a little bit. He was getting everybody nerved up. I thought I had to sing "We Are the World" to him to calm him down.
That was so funny the other night when you said, let's start singing "We Are the World."
Yeah.
And then you sent
Chris. I said, Chris, in my car, it came on the radio. I started singing it, and I said, Chris, send that to Angel. She'll laugh.
I would have played it, but then they'll strike me.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, don't. I just did it. I did it for your own personal to get a chuckle.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna play it just now, and then I realized.
Yeah.
That's a great song right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Well, the other day she had put a Mob Talk Radio with Mob Exposed, and they talked out a few things that they figured it out, and at the end everything was perfect. And I said, this is like a "We Are the World" moment where we should all start singing, and everybody got a kick out of it.
Yeah, we had the Smiths on as well. The Smiths
right
on also.
And I want to say, let me shout out to them. God bless the Smiths. I think, what are they from Florida, right? Angel, out there in Florida? The Smiths. The Smiths. I said I want to send a shout out to the Smiths. They do the paranormal stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ghost stuff, yeah.
Yeah, they seem like they do a podcast too. Them people, they do a podcast.
Yes, somebody dropped their link.
Yeah, drop the link because I'm definitely interested. I know other people are too.
Yeah, they go into cemeteries at nighttime. It's really it's
Yeah, I saw one video they did. They have like some type of contraption that like tunes in some signal and like you can hear them talking. Is that real?
Listen, that's all real. Angel, you want to hear a crazy story? I couldn't make this up if I wanted to. My brother was married for a long time to a woman that her aunt was in one of the whole family was from where the witches are in New England. What's where people go on? Trying to think of this town in Springfield. It's near Boston. It's like where the witches are. Oh, Salem, Massachusetts. Okay.
Yeah, Salem. Yeah.
The whole family, my brother's in-laws were all from Salem. Okay, and they were like from the 1800s. The family were like involved with the witches and all that stuff, right? So a couple of them had moved from New England, and there was one in particular that was incredible at her gift. She did the readings. And she used to do readings out of her house, maybe a couple miles up the street from my mother's house. And she was well known. Every weekend, you couldn't even get an appointment with her. That's how good she was. She would tell you stuff that there's no way anybody could have told her or she could have guessed. She would only know something that you and somebody else knew that only you two knew. So that's how good she was. Well, and there was some show. That's why I said maybe someday I'll talk to the Smiths, but I can actually get the footage or something. But there was one in particular thing. I was a kid, right? And I can remember it was all over the news. And they did an investigation. Some news show did an investigation years ago of this person. Her name was, she's dead now, but her name was Connie Dakota, Italian lady, but very, very big into doing readings and mediums, that kind of thing. And so what they did is this news show. And you know, Angel, I'm going to get the link where I can find it, and I'll drop it to you like today or tomorrow when I find it. And it's amazing to watch a documentary. They went to this woman's house, and they put where she does the readings in her house, they put a recording, like a 24-hour recording device when she wasn't in the house. She stayed away from the room, and this show put a 24-hour recording device in this room, and they locked the door, okay? Yeah. And they went downstairs, and you never, for 24 hours, this was all over the news and everything. So probably about, I want to say, I don't know the exact hours, but maybe like 12 to 15 hours into blank tape. They went through the whole 12 or 16 hours of nothing, just tape, running. After about the 15 to 16 hours, and this is going to send I couldn't make this up if I wanted to. You're just going to send goosebumps up and, everybody listening. 15 or 16 hours into it, you started hearing little kids, okay, like a little kid's classroom singing The Farmer in the Dell. On the tape. This is on the tape. A little kid singing The Farmer in the... What's that?
Are you serious?
They got a tape out there that you could play. I couldn't make this up. The Farmer in the Dell, the little kid singing The Farmer in the Dell, almost like it was somebody put a recording on. That's what I thought it was like. I'm going back probably 15 years ago this happened. And so listen to this, how freaky. So it would go on for 20 minutes singing, then it would shut off for a couple hours, then it'd go on for 20 minutes and shut off. So all of a sudden, the next morning, coming up on the 24-hour mark, you could hear the steps going upstairs of this woman coming up to shut off the tape, and you would hear the boom, 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 her coming up the stairs of her top second floor where she did the readings, right? And you could hear the footsteps, and you could hear the key going in the door to turn the key, like the jiggling of the key. And all of a sudden, you hear a guy's voice, not a haunted voice, nothing like that. It's just a very gentle man's voice say, "Okay, everybody, it's time to be quiet. She's here," and that's the tape shuts off.
Oh my God!
Okay, now and listen to me. This went around my whole area. I mean, it was huge, and it was during a documentary. And I'm gonna find out how you can get it. I think it's got to be on YouTube by now. And it was this big, huge, like paranormal place did a thing on it, and it was incredible. But imagine that story went around forever, around my area forever. That was a very and then people used to go by there, like Halloween. They knock on her door and want to take a tour, and she didn't do that. It was her house where she lived with her family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so that's what I'm saying. Anything like that the Smiths, when they talk about that, I wholeheartedly believe in that kind of stuff.
I had my own personal one that happened after one of my friends passed away that literally like shook me to my core. It changed my life and outlook on life completely. To
Wow.
this day, I can't even explain. I can't even explain it. It was so weird, and it just for a week straight, I just like broke down over it. It was the weirdest thing in the world that happened to me.
Yeah.
And yeah, my friend, you know, he passed away tragically, unexpectedly, and a day before his services, I was, you know, I was away, I was sleeping, morning time was coming up, but I was having this really like vivid dream, and like my body, I felt like I was like being electrocuted, like I got like 120 degrees, I was sweating, I woke up, and what was happening to me in my dream, my friend who passed away, he was in my bedroom with me, and I woke my wife up out of a dead sleep, and I'm like trying to explain to her, but I couldn't even talk.
Right.
And I'm going back over my head about what just happened in this dream. So I call my buddy up who was in the dream with us, and I'm explaining to him. Now I haven't talked to this kid in a year, and in the dream it was me, my friend, my buddy who just passed away, and another kid who I only see like maybe once a year on like get-togethers or something like that. Not a close friend, you know. And in the dream, the close friend came up to us and he was talking to us in a huddle about our conversation. And my buddy that passed away like pushed the kid to the side, and he was just like, "Oh, it's not your time. We'll talk later," and kind of pushes him away. And all of a sudden, this is when I wake up and I feel this like energy, and I could see him like I don't even know, it was like a light. It was like a shadowy image in my room. It was bizarre. And I call my buddy up and I'm telling him about the kid that was in the dream with me, who's a mutual friend. And he's like, he goes, "You didn't hear what happened to him over the weekend?" And I said, "What happened to him?" I said, "No, it haven't happened. What happened?" He goes, "Dude, he's in a coma right now. He got in a head-on collision in his car, and he's in a coma at the hospital right now. But he just like came out of it a day or so ago." And I'm telling him like, you know, he was in my dream telling me to tell this guy like it's not his time right now. Everything's gonna be all right. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And it just like, yeah, completely messed me up. I was all broken up about it. And like a couple of things that week happened to me, and it was really weird. So I definitely believe in, you know, stuff like that. Like,
There's definitely something. I don't want to keep it going too long, but there's definitely something.
Yeah.
There's more to than we think. You know, there definitely is something more to it out there. You know, there's no doubt in my mind.
Oh yeah, I agree with you 100%. Definitely.
Common sense. Common sense. Donnie from the Smiths Haunted Ghost Tube said, "Common sense. That was an orb."
Wow.
Oh, an orb, huh?
Orb.
Now what?
Orb.
Now how can I look up that?
There's a lot about the orbs. If you go on, you can pull up orbs.
I'm dropping.
Oh, really?
Smiths. Hold on.
Yeah, see if they can explain it to me, because this was the weirdest thing that ever happened to me in my life, and the message he had and everything. I mean, it was bizarre, you know.
Oh, it was definitely something true. I mean, they'll explain it better than anyone else, but there definitely was something.
Yeah, it was strange, man. And you know, for about a 3-month period of time, I would have these little things, and he would be around, and I could just like feel like a presence. It was like a energy, like a vibration. You know, I don't even know how to explain it. It was weird.
Yeah. Wow, that's great.
Let's wait for the Smiths to come on and they'll explain it.
Yeah, I would love to hear for sure.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, definitely. Nobody's ever. I've never even talked to anybody besides my buddy and my wife about it. This is the only time I've even talked about it.
Like I said, I don't tell the story either. Who's going to believe that? When you tell that story, they're like, yeah, okay. Well, come on, you can't make up a story like that.
Yeah, they're going to think I'm crazy, you know, get committed or something like that. But this guy lost his marbles. Are they coming on?
Yeah, I hope so. I dropped the link. I'm hoping they're going to
come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love for them to explain it to me. They seem to know a lot about it, so that'd be great.
It's a party. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh gosh, can you guys hear us?
I can hear you good. How you guys doing? Hi, Smith. How are you?
Hey.
Hey, how's it going, Donnie and Dana? How are you guys?
Hey, how are you?
Common sense, Chicky. Hello, Angela.
Hey, guys.
Sorry, Angel.
Hello.
So now you guys have to explain this orb to me. I need to hear about this, because I don't know anything about it.
Oh God, yes. Sorry, let me get. We don't have very good sound for some reason right now.
Oh, we can hear you good.
I could hear you, Dana.
Oh, you
there
gotta
we
turn
go.
that down.
Will you turn yours down?
Oh,
All
Oh,
right.
some
We're good.
Yeah, because you have
you have to
them
turn that
on.
down. We're so retarded. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry.
That's all right.
about it.
you gotta just mute one of the audio.
That's what we
Yeah.
did.
Hey, that common sense, that was that stuff happens. That was an orb. Orbs come, they're lights or they're shadows or they're
spirits.
They're spirits, and they have a cold energy, very cold. That last
Uh-huh.
cemetery we went to, where we were told to leave, it
Yeah.
got very cold. Now, it was raining and cold that night, but I mean, we just felt chills just come by us and through us, especially that time. And those orbs, those lights are spirits moving. I mean, they want you to see them, and, you know, your friend wanted you to see him one last time. I mean, that's how they communicate a lot of times. They do.
Oh, I wish I was on video right now. The hair on my arm is sticking up at about a 90-degree angle right now.
Exactly.
What the hell is going on?
Yes, and that's what happens because, you know, and I read a comment earlier, like, I smell, and I know people think, oh my God, you smell. Yes, I smell my grandfather. I smell his cologne. Anytime I'm thinking about him and I'm just walking through, you know, my work, my lab, or even my home, I smell my grandfather because he and I were so close, you know, and you know they're there. It actually is amazing. It really is.
Yeah, that's the first and only, you know, experience I ever had. But I didn't experience cold. I experienced like a hot, like almost like a burning, like vibrating, like I woke up with like a sweat out of it. Yeah, it was weird.
Oh, you need to sage your house.
Really?
Dana, it's Chicky. I just want to ask you, it's Dana, right? Dana?
Yes. Hey,
Okay.
Chicky.
How are you? I just got to ask you a question now. That thing I was telling you, and I mean, this is this family I knew personally because, like I said, they were my brothers-in-laws, and they were very big mediums, and you know, all the sisters were, but this in particular sister was the best of all of them. She was booked for months and months and months. You couldn't even get in to see her. And this is what I told you at some show, and I'm gonna get the link where I'll send it to you somehow so you can see the documentary, where they actually in the room she does all the paranormal readings for many years. This happened, and she wasn't scared by it at all. She said, "Oh, I hear things up there all the time." Which if I heard that one time coming from my upstairs, I'd be out the door. That'd be end of me. But she didn't bother her at all. She said, "No, I hear things all the time." But can you imagine leaving is it a lot of energy up where they do that, or where it comes in the best? Because imagine hearing that a tape running for that many hours, and then you start hearing little kids singing "Farmer in the Dell," and then, you know, hours after that, you hear the walking of her feet coming up the stairs to the room, and you hear a man's voice, not a mean voice, not a like a devil voice, nothing like that. Just a very, like, almost like a school teacher man's voice saying, "Okay, everyone, it's time to be quiet. She's coming." I mean, actually have that on tape. I mean, have you seen anything like that before, or heard of anything close to that?
You know, Chicky, I have. And I'm sitting here, I feel so emotional you talking about that, because we do. I do. And a lot of people are thinking, oh my God, what has this show turned into? But I have to listen on a high volume on, I believe in mediums. Mm-hmm. And I know Angel has spoke with some, mm-hmm. And they are very in tune to everything going around us. I actually listen to white noise because I have to tune that stuff out. Mm-hmm. Because if I didn't, I would never, ever be able to sleep. And wow. Yes, 100%.
I've heard about that before.
Chicky, I so believe what you're talking about. And I so believe we actually do have I know people have, we've talked about it. We do have an attachment to one of our Coca-Cola pictures that we have. And the spiritual world is just something that people, that if you don't believe in it, you don't understand it. And it actually is amazing, actually, to me. And I'm not a medium by no means. And I totally believe in that stuff. And that is something that people really need to actually, there is life after here. I mean, there
Right.
really is.
Oh, I believe that wholeheartedly.
I'm like, when you said that, I'm like in tears, because I totally get where you're coming from and what they're saying. I really do.
It's actually backed by science, believe it or not.
Yes, it is. It really is common sense. It really is.
Yeah, I think they weighed and found out the human soul was like 28 grams or something like that. They've done it in a lot of places and figured it out. I believe in that.
So in your opinion, like where she does these readings, where it's so prevalent for all these readings to happen, it could be these souls were attracted to that area, or am I right or wrong? What do you think?
I totally agree with you.
So you're saying nobody was there? It was just an empty room, and they just had a recording on, and they like captured all this like on the playback?
Yeah, there was a video. It was a room where she does her readings, and it was all audio. It wasn't like with the computers and everything. It was probably 15, 20 years ago, and I guess they were running a reel to reel, and it went 24 hours, and the only thing it picked up in 24 hours was, like I said, maybe 15, 16, 17 hours into it, you start singing, kids singing, and then it shuts off. Don't shut off. It keeps running. They stop, and then there's a point towards when it has to be around the 24-hour period. She's coming up the stairs, and you can actually hear her feet coming up the stairs to a wooden floor. And I don't know if they started singing again or they were about to, and then you hear a nice gentleman's voice come on. Nothing scary, no scary voices. And he just said, "Okay, children, it's time to quiet down. She's here." And that's all. And that goes off.
Oh, I just got.
Oh wow, that's cool. Yeah, that's interesting.
There was no yelling voices or no scary, like you see The Conjuring, where you see all these crazy yelling. Nothing like that. Just a gentleman's voice. That's it.
Yeah, I don't believe in that.
And that's it. Just no.
Well, I'll have to tell you. And before we moved down here, it's been probably about 5 years ago, and our son, we did have a horrendous. He got pushed up our steps coming from his room up to the second floor. He had scratches on him. It was horrible. That was the worst I had ever seen it. And I've always believed in the spiritual, the afterlife, ghosts, and everything. That right there, it actually scared the hell out of me.
He would not go back down there.
He would not go
there again.
He wouldn't.
That was his room, the whole second floor.
And it was horrible. We actually, we had to sage. We called. My dad is actually a pastor.
Mm-hmm.
And even with my father coming in, and blessing our house, I sat there and saged and said prayers and everything. And it was really bad. That was the worst that he and Donnie and I had ever seen anything. And I don't know if our son is actually watching here, but he can attest to it, because it really was. He got pushed up the steps, not down, but up the steps. Wow. And we kind of attacked it head on, because we were just like, we're not going to do this. You're not going to do this to our kids. And it was scary as hell. People, a lot of people don't understand that. And, and even with the picture that I have that has an attachment to it, it isn't that it isn't bad attachment. It's from, my godfather that actually was murdered in Texas. He was a police officer in Alabama, and this picture was inherited. I mean, that's what it was. From the age of 7, he was like, you know what, this is what I want you to have. And I think not really a lot of our grief, because we really haven't had a lot of grief, but a lot of our spiritual stuff that's happened, I think it really has come from this picture. And this picture is 40, almost 50 years old. So it's pretty old. But our son really went through a lot of hell with that spirit that we had that was coming in and trying to infiltrate us. And yeah, it actually happens. I believed it. I didn't believe it as much until our son got scratched and got pushed up going upstairs. And that really terrified me. But we both had,
Can I tell you guys, as you being on the phone live with me, I just want to, first of all, I want to send out my condolences. John. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I know you're a little bit about your story, and I just want to say I have grandchildren like Angel, and I have 2 beautiful daughters that just are recently married and doing great. And I feel I have such a heavy heart for your loss. I can't even imagine. You guys are heroes going through what you're going through, and I mean, I don't want to get too much into it, but I just want to say, we all should pray, for you guys, and you'll get through it. And I believe wholeheartedly He's looking down and He's with you every day. And it's just, I can't even begin to think of your pain. So every day you get up and, you do your thing, and you come on shows like this and talk about things and enlighten us things that we don't know about. I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you, Chicky. You don't know how much that. And I'm thank you.
And He's definitely looking down. He's definitely looking down. Trust me, He's definitely with you every day.
We miss Him so much, and we know He's here. We
definitely.
I said.
Well, I didn't mean to bring down the show, but I just wanted to tell you how I really felt.
I said this the other night. Losing a child is the hardest thing in the entire world. There's nothing worse. But I'm going to try to cheer this up right now and play Feeding the Ducks.
Feeding the duck time.
You hear that? We are feeding the ducks.
And Angel, when are you coming down to Florida? Dang it.
Well, we might be going back permanently. I can't wait.
What part of Florida do you guys from?
The Florida Panhandle, not far from the wildfires that are actually going on here.
Oh wow! Yeah, Florida's a big state.
I love Florida. I love it.
Me too.
I miss it.
It's Florida's beautiful.
We hung out at the beach today and we got fried. We are burning.
I look like a dang lobster. But yeah.
Just Jane said, I sent Dana a picture of the house I grew up in. Took a picture of it the last time I was in Ohio.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
What?
There was quite a few entities in that picture.
Oh, wait.
Wow.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Jane did. Jane, thank you. And that apparition on the porch.
What do you mean? What do you mean entities in the picture?
Entities
like shadows?
Are the ghost apparitions that you see in pictures.
Like in the windows, and like from pictures, you maybe in a window or something?
Yes.
Wow.
And
really?
Took one. Wow. It was amazing. You could actually see the apparition of a lady ghost on the porch and in the windows.
Well, Dane, I can honestly tell you, like the movie Poltergeist, I know that's Hollywood, but if I was ever in my bathroom and something from the toilet told me to get out, you wouldn't have to tell Chicky twice, because I'd be running out that door. I'd get on a skateboard and go all the way down to another state. You wouldn't have to say it twice. Trust me on that one. You wouldn't have to tell me twice. I wouldn't even get my clothes and my underwear. I wouldn't even get my mudans. I'd be out the house.
That's funny.
Okay. That I can assure all the listeners. You wouldn't have to call me twice. I'd be gone.
Right?
You wouldn't have to tell me twice.
Oh, Chicky, you're the best.
That's for sure. I don't know how these people do it. You ever watch these movies? You ever see these movies, The Conjuring, all these movies? And I know they're Hollywood, but they're laying in the house, and all of a sudden they got a camera running, and they watch the camera the next day, and they're getting up in the middle of the night, walking around the house. They don't know they're doing it. They're looking in the mirror for 6 hours. The blankets fly off them in the middle of the night. Now, you think if I saw that the next morning during breakfast, I would finish breakfast and say, oh, no problem, we'll have fun tonight? I'd be gone. That'd be the end of it.
That's it. Yeah. I don't mess with that stuff. Forget about it.
Forget it.
Yep.
Forget it.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
Well, people do that they like worship. They like worship that kind of stuff, you know? You ever seen
Come
that?
on. What are they sitting down in the next morning with their checkbook saying, well, if I move out, it's going to cost me an extra $300 to go somewhere else. Buddy, I don't care if it's an extra $2,000. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'm out. keep the deposit.
Holy mackerel. That's why I don't know how they
there's
do
people that are there's people that are into that. They're like, try to harness those spirits and shit like that. You know what I mean?
There's people that pay money. There's people that pay money to go to the Conjuring house in Rhode Island. They pay money to sleep overnight in a Conjuring house. In this little farmhouse. Are you serious?
Yeah, they got something wrong with them, man.
Anything.
They ain't right.
Oh, I messed up.
That ain't right. I don't want anything to do with any of that shit. You know what I mean? I'm all set with that.
Yeah.
I'm all set.
And then when they're in these scary places, and you guys know, when they're in these scary places, that's the first word that come out of their mouth. Where's the Ouija board? Oh, you're going to really bring that to the table now?
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't want any parts of that. What'd you say, Angel?
Yeah, we don't
mess with those.
Somebody's got to.
There's a Dana. Dana's got
they got something the TV on in the back or something.
The Smiths, you're being very noisy right now.
That's the ghost.
You gotta mute that.
That's the ghost.
Can you hear us now?
Yes, now we.
Yeah, you're good now. Yep.
What happened?
It was like playback. It was one of them ghosts.
They kicked themselves off, Dana.
Oh, they left.
Oh, did they leave? Let me put this in here in case they wanted to come back, because now I forgot what I was going to say. But I was going I forgot before that Miss Can't Be Wrong. My heart is with you as well.
Yeah.
So
I can't even imagine in a million years what they're going through. In a million years.
Exactly. So I'm very.
I don't know what happened. Sorry.
No, Miss Can't Be Wrong had a child that passed away as well.
Oh,
jeez. I'm sorry.
God bless you too.
Yeah.
God bless you too. That's
exactly.
It's unnatural.
No, it is unnatural. Listen, for a mother or father to outlive their kids, it's definitely unnatural. 100% unnatural.
I know.
Yeah.
The Smiths, are you back?
We're back.
Dana dropped the phone. She was laughing so hard she dropped the phone.
I literally did drop my phone.
So I feel bad for all these families overseas right now, It's terrible.
Yeah.
I did. I'm sorry, y'all.
No problem.
Angela said,
well, guys.
Angela said, Chicky, I would run you over if you were in my way.
That's funny. Well, guys, I appreciate you letting me on. I'm gonna run.
Yeah, I am too. Angel, thank you for having me on. I hope we broke it up a little bit towards the end of it. It was fun. I'd like to do it again sometime.
Yes,
the Smiths, it was a pleasure talking to you. I hope to do it again. Common, as always. Thank you for coming on with the real facts and the a lot of knowledge. And of course, Angel, all your guests. Thank you all for listening. And now, just to give you a little inside note, I'm going to see my favorite show on TV, and don't laugh at me. Guess what the name of it is?
What?
What?
Andy Griffith.
90 Day Fiance.
Oh, that's funny. Do you watch that? Do you watch that?
Laugh at me all you want. I laugh for a whole hour it's on. I piss my pants the whole hour it's on.
I watched some of it. I saw it on YouTube the other day. The crazy lady didn't want to marry the guy or something like
listen, they fall in love with these people, and then the people finally meet them, and they're like looking at them, going, "Are you kidding me?" And I die laughing. It's hilarious.
Yeah. they're all like getting catfished.
It's
stuff like
unbelievable. It's unbelievable, but anyways, thanks again, guys. Have a great night, and I'll talk soon. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Later, guys.
We love you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Common Sense. Thank you, Chicky.
All right, guys. Later, Angel. Bye, Dana. Bye, Donnie. Appreciate it. Have a good night, guys.
You too.
Take care, everybody in the chat. Bye.
Bye. So Dana, you wanna this one said, Boston Red, I've been chased from the bathroom because something in the toilet.
Oh God. That's the reason why I dropped my phone earlier. I was laughing so hard.
He's eating a lot of protein, obviously.
Gianni says voice comes out of my toilet. I'm gonna call a plumber. Oh God, my stomach hurts.
Mine too. I can't laugh too hard because I'm like burnt like a lobster. Oh, it hurts. Not right.
Oh God, let me see what else. Anybody else?
Voice just comes out of my toilet.
Brings me to Chicky. Anything talking in my toilet, forget about it.
Forget about it.
Oh my God. All my years of paranormal piecing, I never thought I'd see this on Angel's show.
Oh, Jeff. I think we actually all needed this laugh. I really do. This
Yes,
has been the best.
we needed it, definitely.
This has been the best. This has been the best show ever.
Yeah, don't piss off Casper. Oh God. Listen to me. If this ever happened to me, unless it was my brother, my father, or my best friend or other family member, I would probably die. I know people that
That's true.
they have
Greg.
looked in the rearview mirror at night and seen a ghost in the back seat.
Oh
Ooh.
God, I've got
Yeah.
pictures actually.
Are you kidding?
Yes,
No, ma'am.
Absolutely.
And you were okay
True.
driving?
Yes. When we were driving back the other night, I was taking pictures because when we went to the graveyard last weekend, I felt a weekend before.
Yeah.
I thought it was really weird. And so I started snapping pictures. Oh God. Yeah. Oh yeah. I was like, this isn't right. We told them they could not follow us back, but
And they jumped in the car anyway.
Are you kidding?
no, I'm not
Yes.
kidding. I promise. Yes.
You can see it in the back seat. You can
Oh.
see that shadowy figure.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Because he was driving, and I don't let him drive very often.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, she's road rage, man. I have to hang them. I've got about 10 seat belts in that car when I ride with her.
I have that ludicrous song playing in the background. If everybody knows what that is, Move. Yeah. That's my coming home song, especially down here.
Really?
Yes.
Angel, what a nice show tonight. Your guests are awesome. Thank you, Joe. I just can't. I just can't. Karen says I would try to cut a deal with a ghost to pay half the bills. or I'll get the sage and the Catholic priest.
Exactly. Sage. Sage is the best. We literally did sage our house multiple times.
Oh my God, I need to send all my ghost hunting friends to this channel. Yes, definitely. And the Smiths will come on.
Heck yes. We definitely were thinking about doing a live in a not far from, it's about an hour and 20 minutes from here, an old abandoned lighthouse.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be our next thing. We're going to do it.
There's also a boys' home back in the late 1800s, early 1900s. That's not far from here either.
That anything that has to do with kids, that scares me. Or like a mental hospital, like old abandoned mental hospitals, and anything to do with children, especially where children were abused. Oh,
that's where this was, and they were
it was horrible.
They were put into holes and caves and stuff like that, and tortured, and it was. I don't know about that place, but I don't know. We ain't talking about that. But that lighthouse, absolutely, we're going
the lighthouse,
to the lighthouse
definitely,
and hopefully we can go up to the very top and look around. That would be great.
Yep.
Oh my God.
But of course, if we see no trespassing or stuff like that, we don't do that.
No.
We're not going to break the law. But
oh, you don't go anywhere near those places.
no.
Oh,
no.
No.
Says don't, because we no.
Monster, Marla. Marla's the best.
I know Jeff is laughing. I know he is.
Can a toilet be exercised? Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
Oh, thank you, Stormy. Let's see.
Man.
Oh, thank you, Jason.
Oh God.
I didn't even real. Oh yeah, see, a lighthouse would be scary. I know.
Oh God, yes.
Oh yeah.
And I have that nervous laugh for some reason, even though I'm intrigued and that's what I love to do. I have that nervous little laugh for some stupid reason.
And then I'm going to try to find and look and listen. And she's, where are you going? Leaving me.
Oh my God. Ask the Smiths if they've done anything in Jacksonville. I live in Jacksonville.
Oh God, no, I would love to, because I have family in Jacksonville, actually. Juniper Beach, I think is what it's called. Jupiter Beach.
No, San Bernardino. Not San Bernardino.
That's California, dear.
Oh, New Fernandina Beach. New Fernandina Beach.
Cromel says you lifted our spirits tonight.
Oh, good.
Isn't that nice?
You did, actually, Angel. You and Chicky.
No, you too. Chicky, you, Common Sense.
Oh, yes, Common Sense was hilarious.
He is great, yeah.
He is great. You
always have a great show. I mean, you do. It's always awesome.
Oh, thank you.
And then we get to come on again, man. I tell you, this is awesome.
Oh, yeah. Anytime. I love having you on. I love it.
Great.
Yeah, because we always end up laughing. So I
Yes,
love
we
Yeah,
it.
we do.
Yes, I love it.
We
Good
do.
night, Primo. Good night, Primo. And thank you. I'm trying to see if anybody has any Dell is my name. This was a chill chat. Great show, Angel. Thank you.
Amen on
Good night.
that.
Yeah, I didn't even do anything. It was everybody else. I used to tell the one ghost in my house if she's gonna clean at night to do the dishes.
Exactly, Jess. And the laundry.
Yeah, do the
Forget
laundry.
the dishes. Do the laundry.
Yeah.
Make sure it's folded and put away too.
Oh, hi, Jen. I didn't even know you were here. Hi, Jen. Let's see what else. I think we're all caught up.
We are. All right, everyone. I think we're gonna.
Yeah, I think we're all caught up. And oh wow, this is 2 hours and 15 minutes.
What? It doesn't even
Hey,
seem
when
like
you
it.
have
I
fun,
know, it
it
just always
flies
goes
by.
by so fast.
I really didn't think we were on for 2 hours. I
Yeah,
really didn't.
2 hours and 15 minutes.
Wow. The best show ever.
Aw, thank you so much.
You always got a great show, Angel. Always.
Thank you so much.
And we're ready for you to come down to Florida.
Yes. I will let everybody know when.
We are ready.
Y'all have a good night.
All
Good
right,
evening,
you
everyone.
All right. Thanks again.
Thank you so much,
Hey, thank
Donnie
you.
and Dina. Thank you so
You,
much.
Angel.
No, thank you.
Everyone have a great night and have a safe week. Everyone be careful.
Yes. Wasn't that great? I love that. I love when it ends up like that. Everybody, thank you so much. I appreciate everyone who sat here and watched us or listened, really. Thank you. 1 million thank yous. Thank you. And good night. Good night, everyone. Thank you, moderators.